I saw so many changes in family. There's so much help that this program is providing to families, and yeah, I'm really grateful for that, and to be part of the team that is making changes in families for better.
Yeah,
it's a tough work, but it's rewarding too.
So I'm with Hernan Guarnaschelli, who works as a family support worker with our specialist homeless services with families in Fairfield, Liverpool. Hernan, welcome. It's fantastic to have you join with us today.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Thank you for the invitation. Really a pleasure to be here.
You were sharing with me before, you've been with Wesley Mission now for 5 years, is that right?
Yeah, 5 years, yeah.
Fantastic. So talk to us about how Wesley Mission supports families experiencing homelessness, which is really the focus of the work that you do.
Yeah, I believe maybe the best way to put it is in just to divide the services we provided. I always think about the service we provided in a way that we provide early intervention, which is one side, and the other side is when we provide transitional accommodation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, early intervention is more when we provide finance support to families who are at risk of experiencing homelessness.
Yes.
And the transitional accommodation is more regarding when people are already experiencing homelessness, and they are in crisis accommodation, whether it's with another housing provider or with families or.
Yeah. And they desperately need a place to stay.
Yeah, that's exactly the situation.
And how many families do you work with personally at any one time, Hernan?
Well, we as a team, any given day, we are providing services to around 15 families. Because we work as a team.
Yes.
But actually, as today, I'm working with probably 16, 17 families. Yeah, all in the different situations. Some of them are in transitional accommodation. Some of them are in a private rent, but with an eviction letter in hand. Other ones are in crisis accommodation. They're all different scenarios.
Now, the focus of your work is in West and Southwest Sydney, which of course has been heavily impacted by COVID. How's that affected the people that we serve? What have you seen?
Well, greatly affected, because if you think about it as to every family that we provide services at the moment and during this last year since COVID started, they are on the LGS that are on high concerns. So every family are on part of the HEAs. The office where we are is in LGA or consent too, and so the impact is really great on these families who, some of them they have lost the job, some of them they got the overtime cut it or reduced hours or shift cancelled, and of course it's a great impact, and also in bringing some mental health and disruption in families. I think we were all hit by the changes. Suddenly, we get up in the morning and going to work and come back, and one day we find out that we had to stay in home, and it changed the whole interaction for the family. And of course that brings a lot of issues. A lot of issues.
And the sort of assistance you're providing, I mean, how does that connect with emergency relief? Are you accessing some of the emergency relief provisions that are made available as well? How important is that?
Oh, it is very important, because I would like to highlight the work we do every day. We need all the departments getting together, all Wesley, you know, and when I said all Wesley, I'm talking about Wesley Housing, I'm talking about the emergency department, I'm talking about the finance department, because when we provide financial help, we had to make sure that everything is done, and probably 100% of the time it need to be done quickly.
Yes, yeah.
So
People
emergency relief, yeah, every fund is always, you know, like really appreciated and so needed, so needed.
Yeah. So, I mean, right now, of course, we have, Wesley Mission, we have a COVID emergency relief appeal. You know, how important is that? And what do you see happening over the next couple of months? I mean, lockdown restrictions are going to ease, vaccination rates are up. Do you see the need easing anytime soon?
I don't want to sound pessimistic, but I think we're still gonna go a long way, you know, until we get back to normal regarding work hours and the way the families interact with organization, or they have the opportunity to move, or in cases where what I see always every time the families get evicted from the place, they move to a place that is more expensive.
Yes.
So it's always that, yeah, the need is it will be there for probably for a long time. Yeah. That's why emergency relief is very important, and the funds that we having at the moment, they're so important. You know, like I always say, you know, how privileged we are that we are in the position to have funds to help the community. It's a privileged situation, no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt at all, Hernan. And, you know, we know that, you know, in coming months, government support will be eased back. As you say, people's hours will take a long time to recover. People have lost jobs. Housing costs have increased. Rentals have gone up rather than gone back. So, you know, the pressure is on families right now. And so emergency relief and any support we can provide, as you say, is both a privilege and a fantastic opportunity. So is there anything else you'd like to share with those who are watching, Hernan?
I just, you know, just tell everyone how grateful I am to have been working with Wesley. I saw so many changes in family. You know, there's so much help that this program is providing to families, and yeah, I'm really grateful for that, and to be part of the team that is making changes in families for better.
Yeah,
it's a tough work, but it's rewarding too. You know, like we have thousands of good news that we can share with other families and teams.
Well, Hernan, we're so grateful for the work that you and your team do, and, you know, particularly in this season that we're in, and for the vital difference you're making in the lives of family, of parents and children, people of all different ages. We're so grateful for the 50 or so families you and your team are serving right now, and for the transformative effect that you're having on their lives. So thanks so much for joining us today.